Welcome to ABC Interactive English. My name is Sydney.
Happy New Year, everybody. My name is Shane. Yeah, 新年快乐.
Yay! 恭喜发财.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
I know a little Chinese. You didn't know that, did you?
红包过来,
Yeah. Yes, whatever he said.
We need those red envelopes.
Absolutely.
That's what we need.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about a story, which is basically like the story of Chinese New Year. And it's got a monster in the story.
It does. You know, I never knew that a monster was associated with the kind of origin of the Chinese New Year holiday.
Yeah, his name is Nian, right? And so he's got like this just name that's just like Guo Nian. Like it's just like the name, which is, it's not a very scary name, you know? Like when we think of, I think, holidays that have to do with monsters, it's just Halloween, right?
Yeah, mostly Halloween. In American culture, for us, typically Halloween, especially with certain Halloween movies. We've got Michael Myers, we've got Jason, even Candyman. Everyone's ever heard of Candyman? If you say his name like 3 times in a mirror, he'll pop out and get you. So don't do that.
There's quite a few things like that if you say something 3 times, it'll come and get you.
It'll come and get you.
Like if you say, what's the not Hail Mary.
Oh, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. If you turn off the light, there's always different ways to do it. Like you turn off the light, and in the mirror you say Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, and then she will come. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, you said it 3 times.
But there's no mirror.
That's true. We're safe. There's no mirror. Okay, you're all good.
Okay,
you're all good.
Let's get into the story. Let's find out what's different about this monster.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Once upon a time, a big, powerful monster lived deep in the ocean. It was called Nian, and it slept every day except the last day of the lunar year. That was Chinese New Year's Eve. Nian would come on land then. It would also attack and eat everything in its path. Nian did that every year.
All right. Now we are going to start off our story for today. It's called The Story of Nian Part 1. Let's find out what it's all about.
Let's get going. Once upon a time. Okay, now we know we have a story.
We do. The classic first 4 words of a story.
Yes, it's the most classic. When you hear once upon a time, you know you have a story that's coming. And usually something that's like a fairy tale or something that's not like something in reality. Usually it's from myth or
it's mythical,
legend.
It's kind of fantastical. Yeah.
Okay. A big, powerful monster lived deep in the ocean. Okay, so what's a monster? A monster is usually a large, scary creature that is not real. Monsters are imaginary, okay? And often appear in stories, movies, and dreams. So stories like the one that we are reading today. This is kind of like a legend or something like that type of a story. So for an example sentence, you could say, children sometimes think there is a monster under their bed.
Yeah, classic.
I know I did.
You did?
I still do.
I think I did too. When I was little, I thought about monsters under the bed, monsters in the closet, trying to get me a little bit.
That's right. Monsters are in your bedroom, you know.
When you're a kid, monsters are pretty much everywhere. So
they're pretty spooky.
Absolutely.
So you live deep down under the ocean, like in the ocean. What's an ocean?
So the ocean, an ocean is a noun, right? And the ocean or an ocean is just a really large body of water. So think about when you go to the beach, if you get into the water, that would be the ocean, right? The ocean where you have sharks, all types of fish, stuff like that.
Now I've heard people say the word sea, not like sea like this, but S-E-A.
S-E-A,
Is that the same?
I would say I think they're similar.
Yeah.
I think seas are technically a tiny bit smaller than oceans,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're similar enough. They're large bodies of water with salt.
Mostly, a lot of times you'll see them used interchangeably. Like
Yeah.
there's a famous book called The Old Man and the Sea. But yeah, maybe when we think of a sea, we think of not the whole ocean, we think of the whole thing.
Right.
Kind of,
Yeah.
right? And the sea may be just a part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. Okay, why don't we go ahead, go to Tina, and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。Monster, monster， 名词，怪兽、怪物。The monster scared the children. 怪物吓到了孩子们。Scare 指的就是惊吓、使惊恐。Ocean, ocean， 名词，海洋。We saw many fish swimming in the ocean. 我们看到许多鱼在海洋中游动。我们再来看一下文法重点。刚刚课文提到了 once upon a time， 从前从前，常用于传说或童话故事的开头。我们来看看这个例句。Once upon a time, a brave knight saved a village. 从前从前，有一位勇敢的骑士拯救了一个村庄。Knight 指的就是骑士。接着我们回到课文当中。
Welcome back. Okay, so remember we're talking about Nian, who is lives deep down under the ocean.
Yeah.
Why don't we continue the reading and find out what's up with this guy? What's up with this monster?
Yeah, let's do it. It was called Nian, and it slept every day except the last day of the lunar year. So he's getting plenty of sleep. He's sleeping every day.
That's a lot.
Except the last day of the lunar year.
He must feel like when he wakes up, very energetic.
Yeah, no wonder. He's probably very powerful as well if he's sleeping all
sleeping
year.
so much.
Yeah.
We have this word accept, right? So accept Lunar New Year. Accept is a preposition. It just means not including, or it can mean like but not. So we use accept to show that one thing or person is different from the others, or one thing is different from the other. So like the thing here is the day, there's one day that Nian is not sleeping. So that's why we use except there. For an example sentence, we can say everyone came to the party except Maria. So she's the only one who didn't come to the party. Okay, so let's continue the reading. So that was Chinese New Year's Eve. Okay, so the last day of the lunar year is called Chinese New Year's Eve. Okay, so Nian would come on land then.
Uh-oh. All right.
We got a monster on land.
The beast has awakened.
From the sea.
From the sea.
Coming up to the land. Kind of sounds like Godzilla.
It does. Oh my goodness. Do you guys know what Godzilla is? Oh, are we aging ourselves?
I wonder if
don't know.
Godzilla has something to do with if there is some crossover in
It could be.
in the mythology of this.
Could be.
don't know.
All right, let's find out. So it would also attack and eat everything in its path.
Whoa!
Nian did that every year.
He eats everything? He must be hungry. Well, he's been sleeping a year.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bear waking up in spring out of hibernation.
Right.
Right? Hibernation is, when animals, they sleep all winter, then they wake up in the spring ready to eat and very hungry.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
So Nian is just eating everything up. Yeah. Okay. All right, so he does that every year. Okay, why don't we go ahead and go to Tina.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 except 介系词，除了什么之外。I invited everyone except Tom to the party. 我邀请了每个人来派对，除了 Tom。文法的部分刚刚提到了 in its path， 在它的所到之处，它经过的地方。Its 是动物或事物的所有格。Path 指的是路途、路径。我们来看看这个例句。The tiger destroyed everything in its path. 那只老虎摧毁了它经过的所有东西。Destroy 就是摧毁。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, so we've got this hungry monster. Let's find out what else he's going to do and what else this has to do with Chinese New Year after we take a short break. So let's go to the second part of the story and we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
That scared everyone in a village by the ocean. However, they had no way of stopping the powerful monster, so they would leave their homes and hide in the mountains.
All right, we are back from our break.
Yes, we are. I feel rusted.
Yeah, are you as well rested as Nian then? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not that hungry, so I don't think I will be eating you. So you're safe.
Oh, thank you. I
Don't
appreciate
worry.
that so much. All right, let's continue on with our story. Okay. So, that scared everyone in a village by the ocean. So we have the word village, which is our vocabulary word, and a village is a noun. And a village is very similar to a town. It's a very small place where only a few people live.
Yeah.
Not as big as a city, definitely nothing like Taipei. That would be the complete opposite, right? So a village is a small place where just only a few people live.
Yeah, not too many, right?
Not too many.
All right. However, they had no way of stopping the powerful monster. Okay, so they're scared of this monster, obviously, coming out of the sea.
Yeah.
We see this sea monster coming. We see him coming, and we have really no way of stopping him. So that would be pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, they're living in a small village, so there's not too many people. I'm sure they don't really have a lot of ways to defend themselves. So
Yeah, they're going to have to get clever. They're
Yeah.
going to have to get clever. Let's go to Tina, and we'll be right back.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 village 名词村庄，那么 villager 就是村民。People in the village are very friendly. 这个村庄的人民都非常友善。文法的部分刚刚提到了 no way of 加上 VING， 没有方法做某事。way 指的是方法、办法，在这里惯用单数。我们来看看这个例句。Wayne had no way of fixing the broken car. Wayne 没有办法修理那辆坏掉的车。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right. Thank you, Tina. Now we're going to go on and continue.
Let's continue the story. I want to see what's going to happen to these poor villagers.
Yeah, let's see.
That's what we call people who live in a village.
Yeah.
We call them villagers. So let's see what these villagers do.
Let's see what they do. So they would leave their homes and hide in the mountains. Completely understandable.
Could you blame them?
I mean, hey, if I were a villager and a sea monster, a potentially Godzilla-like creature came out of the ocean,
Yeah.
I would run for the hills or run for the mountains.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. I'm out of there.
I'm not sticking around.
In English, sometimes we say, I'm booking it. Booking it up into the mountains. Completely understandable.
Yeah, so that would probably, be what everyone would be doing. They'd be running the opposite way, be running away from the ocean, where Nian is coming from, and running up into the mountains, where hopefully they can find some safety.
Yeah, some safety, some shelter, some weapons maybe, something to defend themselves from the monster, you think?
There might be some sticks, I don't know. We're not sure at this point how big Nian really is.
That's true.
I don't know if they're ever even going to tell us. We just know he's a really big monster, but is he like Godzilla big?
Yeah.
Is he even bigger than Godzilla?
I mean, or is he Jeepers Creepers big?
Oh, Jeepers Creepers big. Okay, that's a good movie. So we don't know. So all we know is that they're going to try to get some protection. So why don't we go ahead? Let's review the story again, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.
Once upon a time, a big, powerful monster lived deep in the ocean. It was called Nian, and it slept every day except the last day of the lunar year. That was Chinese New Year's Eve. Nian would come on land then. It would also attack and eat everything in its path. Nian did that every year. That scared everyone in a village by the ocean. However, they had no way of stopping the powerful monster. So they would leave their homes and hide in the mountains.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，monster 名词怪兽、怪物 ，ocean 名词海洋 ，except 介系词除了什么之外 ，village 名词村庄。接着我们来看文法的部分。Once upon a time 从前从前 Once upon a time, there was a king with 3 beautiful daughters. 从前从前，有一位国王，有3个美丽的女儿。In its path, 在它的所到之处，它经过的地方。The robot vacuum cleaned up the dirt and dust in its path. 扫地机器人把经过的脏污和灰尘都吸干净了。No way of 加上 VING 没有方法做某事。We had no way of knowing the result. 我们没办法知道结果。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一次再见喽，拜拜。
Literature is a body of written works that include various forms of artistic expression. We're talking like novels, short stories, poetry, plays, and essays. Well, did you know that Lukang used to be a major literature center in Taiwan? Well, there's a building located there called the Shiyi Hall, and that's where we're going to explore today. On Nine Turns Lane, Jinshen Lane, the most famous building is Shiyi Hall. Lukang used to be a major literature center in Taiwan, and the owner of Shiyi Hall used to invite intellectuals to gather here. The elevated corridor that connects the two parts of the building passes over Jinshen Lane. The Chinese characters for Shiyi Hall mean 10 suitable activities, as Shiyi Hall is suitable for playing instruments, playing chess, writing poetry, painting, admiring flowers, watching the moon, smoking, drinking wine, drinking tea, and gambling. 一楼 is a small loft that is a part of the Qingchang Old House. A tall star fruit tree arches over a small round window. A story says that Lady Ying and her husband lived in 一楼. Before leaving to take the imperial examination, her husband planted the starfruit tree and told her, "Let the tree remind you of me. After the examination is over, I will return at once." However, that was the last she ever heard from him, and she died after falling into a deep depression. This is a sad story, but the bottle gourd and ancient currency are carved on the window, symbolizing well-being and fortune. Lukang Assembly Hall sits on Putou Street. It was built in 1928 as a space for public gatherings. Lukang Township Office repaired the building and changed it into Lukang Cultural Center in 2010. Hopefully, you learned a lot about the different buildings located in Lukang. They all have so much cultural significance and rich histories that are waiting for you to discover. So, what are you waiting for? Head to Lukang when you get the chance.